For those of you that don't know, I live in Orlando, Florida, and tonight President Trump had a rally right here in Sanford, which is right on the outskirts of Orlando, and the place was absolutely packed. The overflow was packed. I personally couldn't even make it in. I had to turn around. It was too packed. The excitement for President Trump this time around, I think, dwarfs the excitement for him a few years ago. I don't think there's any comparison. Just anecdotally speaking, if you look at the crowds that he's drawing now and the enthusiasm for him now, I don't see how Biden can win. But it got me to thinking, why does the left hate Trump so much? Is it because he's Trump? Is that the only reason? I think part of the reason is they hate Trump because the left hates Trump because the right reveres him. Let me see if I can make this make sense real quick. I have the privilege of going on, television, sometimes local television, and I do radio here in Orlando, and so I get to talk to some Democrats in front of the camera and behind the scenes, and it's amazing to me how oftentimes young black Democratic analysts especially expressed to me how disappointed they were in Obama and how he really wasn't the progressive they thought he was, and his presidency was an absolute disaster. And it got me to I just couldn't understand it. I'm like, Barack Obama, I mean, he destroyed the he destroyed the healthcare system. He continued to destroy the economy and blamed President Bush for 8 years. And then Trump gets in, and turns the economy around. I'm like, this guy did a lot of damage, but not to them. And so I started thinking about just how the enthusiasm for President Trump again, and how people that vote for President Trump feel like he's got our back, right? The left never felt that with Barack Obama because he was a politician. Remember, he came in, he said hope and change and all this. They realized during his presidency that it was a bunch of fluff. So by the time his reelection campaign came around, yeah, he beat Romney, but he lost approximately 7 million votes or so, I believe it was. That's not going to be the case for President Trump. I think the left really hates Trump because the right reveres him. See, they know. Here it is. Here's what the media knows. Here's what the left knows. We have a fighter. They're jealous. I think that would sum it up. They're jealous. They're jealous that that the right has the fighter. See, they wish they had Trump because look, Amy Coney Barrett is up. He's appointed Kavanaugh to the Supreme Court. He's appointed Gorsuch to the Supreme Court. When it comes to issues of life, he's fighting back on this cultural sickness, this darkness of abortion with life. Free speech. He's fighting back on censorship. You may not like what he tweets and says and all that kind of stuff, but in a sense, there's a larger war at stake. He's fighting back against the political correct, if you will, and the political correct crowd has been using that as a weapon to keep those of us on the right silent. So, in a sense, even though at times any one of us can be annoyed by his tweets, I think there's a bigger issue at hand, and so that's why I'm thankful for his tweets, quite frankly. But, like I said, taxes is another thing. Immigration, taxes, this is money that we work hard for. See, the left wanted Obama to increase taxes, increase the welfare state even more so than he did, more government largesse. And then here you have Trump coming in and giving us all this freedom, giving us our money back. I don't know that it's a policy issue. I think that's why they're so emotional. I don't know that it's a policy issue as much as it is we have a fighter in the White House, and they didn't get that in Obama. And they're pissed. Immigration, listen, Trump is 74 years old. These people know he's not a racist. The useful idiots believe he's a racist. But the liberal politicians that used to take his money and stuff, they know he's not a racist. He's rebuilt the military. Right now, this critical race theory nonsense that's permeating the culture, that's permeating the federal government, that's permeating academia, he's fighting back against that. All of this stuff that the left wanted to fight for, he's fighting against. So they hate Trump. The left hates Trump because we on the right revere him. And we revere him because we know he's got our back. They never had that with Obama. Think about it. You guys can subscribe to my Facebook page, Carl Jackson Radio on Facebook. Actually, subscribe to YouTube, Carl Jackson Show. But just think about it, man. They hate this guy. They hate this guy because we love him. That's what it comes down to. They're jealous. All right, guys. Peace.